What is going on, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. Hey, we are going to get into today the dreaded taxes. The dreaded taxes, man. And I want to try to help you guys realize it's not as hard as you think it is. So a couple things you can do, and then I'll kind of go over what you need, what you can take off, what you can't take off, things like that. A couple things you should do if you run a business. I would get an envelope. That's right, I said envelope, I know. So people will probably be making videos about envelopes now for the next 18 years. Get an envelope or get a some type of holder, folder, zipper bag or something, put in your truck with you guys. Every month, put your receipts, your gas receipts for your, you go to the mower store. I call them the mower store. Go to your dealer, get trim line, whatever else. Put all those receipts in that little bag. At the end of the month, take them in, put them in an envelope, mark what month it was, and leave those stacked up if you only do taxes once a year like I do. Now some guys will do taxes each month and they'll keep it lined up. Some of you do it on the computer. I do not do that on the computer. It's a pain for me because I'm not good with computers. So that's how I get my receipts. Now another thing I do, I have one credit card that is designated only for mulch purposes. So at the end of the year, it has a spend analyzer on it, and it shows me how much I spent for mulch. Easy just to jot that number down on a piece of paper, and that is something you can take off your taxes. I don't know what percentage now. I'm going to tell you, if you run your business out of your house, you can take a percentage of your gas, electric, mortgage. There's just a percentage of that stuff you can take off, okay? So your water bill, anything for your office you can take off. Anyway, that's a little tip on how to save your receipts. Now we're going to get into what this paper is. I'm not going to show you this paper because it's got all of my personal information on it. But what I do is I put a total income for the year. So they know exactly what I made for the season. I claim my insurance on my business. I also claim internet. If you have internet, you guys, of course, who are doing stuff online through QuickBooks and things like that, you can put your internet fees down, your water bill, your cell phone for your business, completely legit to do that. Any new phones you buy, new computers, anything for the business, guys, your electric, your gas. If you buy gift cards, which I do give out gift cards on YouTube, so I can use that as a deduction. Your equipment and supplies. That's how I break mine down, equipment and supplies, from the garage to the mowers to anything I put inside the truck that I buy, hand pruners, things like that. Keep track of all that. Your oils, your trim line, any spare parts you bought. Okay, now my taxes are going to be a little different than yours. If you guys do YouTube, you must report your YouTube income, okay? And you can find that on YouTube actually itself. Your license fees for your work vehicles or your trailer. Any type of, I do go to the post office quite a bit to ship stuff out for YouTube, so I get to use that as well. work apparel. Any work clothes, any work boots you have that you buy for yourself, please don't forget to put that down, okay? Any type of donations you give out during the year. Sarah and I donate to several different causes, so we're able to put that down as well. And you want, now here's one thing I can tell you, and if you have an accountant, and I would urge you to get an accountant, okay, because there are things that you may miss that they will know because they know the tax laws. I'm not an accountant, okay? I'm a landscaper, so I know I've got a lot of friends that do it on, they buy them programs and then they do their taxes there. I don't mess with that, man, because I want every deduction I can take. I want it to be perfect. I don't want to be audited. And your fuel, okay? Here is what the law is in Ohio. And I believe it's this way everywhere, but I could be wrong. So don't hold me to it. You can either take your fuel receipts or you can use mileage, but you cannot use both. So mileage for me, and probably in your case, is going to be better to take. Now your fuel for your mowers and your trimmers, blowers, things like that, hedge trimmers, that is deductible. So keep those receipts separate from your gas receipts. And people will say, well, what if you get gas and then you fill up your, well, see, after I get gas, I cancel it out, get that receipt, and then I get my trimmer, blower, and mower gas. So I have two different receipts. Any type of donations you make to your church is tax deductible. Don't forget, and I know some people do it, some people don't do it, but if you invest money for your retirement, make sure you put that down. Some of it has to be taxed, some of it doesn't have to be taxed, depending on what type of fund you are putting it into. Also, you guys know I support Toro Eyewear and Strikehold. So I do make a small income off of those companies. It's not much, but everything you make, you must report, okay? So that has to be in there, and definitely your mileage. So for me, I use one card for the mulch, so I just go on to that website, boom, there's how much I spent for the year. I have one card I use for my fuel. But remember this, even though in your spend analyzer it may say this much for fuel, your receipts must match that number that you are reporting. Okay, be careful there because you can get in trouble with that. Anything and everything that I write on this sheet, I must have documentation to prove that that is what the numbers have to line up. You have to have the documentation to make the numbers add up. It's a must. So any type of computer software you use for your business, that's tax deductible. The reason I'm doing this video is because there's a lot of guys out here that I talk to that say, man, it's tax time, it's suffering. It literally took me 4 hours total to do my taxes for the year. Tomorrow we're dropping them off at the accountant's office, and then boom. We just wait for them to put all the numbers together, do all their work. They call us up, they say, this is what you owe. First of all, we pay for the accountant, then we're gonna pay federal, then we're gonna pay state. Do we pay state or city, honey? We pay city. State is usually like a wash, at least for us here in Ohio. Now, It's all going to depend on your state, how your state does taxes. I know Tennessee, I've talked to Big Mo several times about this, and they do depreciation on your equipment, on your trailers, things like that, so your tax bill differs every year. But I keep everything in the office in one little compartment, so at the end of the season, I pull that out. That has all my receipts, everything I need. I sit down, I split it into categories, just like I gave you there, add it all up, and whatever the number is, that's the number. So taxes can be easy. Don't freak out if you're new at Lawn Care and you're like, I don't know how to do taxes, or I don't want to do my own taxes. Get a reputable accountant. Keep your receipts. Add your receipts up, or if you're doing QuickBooks, run your report, send it to your accountant. Let them do the brain work for you. Okay, a lot of people will say, no, I can do my own business taxes. That's fine. If you can do that, great, because I'm just not smart enough to do it. Okay, I'll be honest with you. But I wanted to tell you how I broke mine down, and maybe that'll help you. I don't know. Maybe you guys do it the same way. Maybe you do it a completely different way. But those are the main deductions I know that in Ohio I'm allowed to take. So I hope the video helps you. If you have questions, please let me know. There are people a lot smarter than me on YouTube that can answer your questions. Guys down in the comments can answer them if you put them out. I just know tax time is not the burden on me that a lot of people make it out to be. Okay? For me, I'm organized throughout the year, so when taxes come, it's just a matter of a couple hours putting everything together. I think I started at noon last Wednesday, and by 3:30 or 4, I was completely done. So, not a big deal, but taxes do not have to be a burden to you. Get an accountant, ask them how they would like you to present things to them. My accountant wants it written down on one sheet. They don't want, now my dad used to take it in shoe boxes, all the receipts in shoe boxes. Well, that cost him about $1,000 to have the accountant go through all the receipts and do everything that I did. So you save yourself money by doing it yourself, and if you're in QuickBooks, it should be a little bit cheaper. Now, I know different states, our accountants are more expensive. I know I have some friends that pay $1,200 a year for their accountant. I have some that pay $500 a year. I have some that pay $2,000. It just depends on where your business is at, how many different things you have added to it. Now, my accountant charges me a little bit more because there is a separate sheet to do your YouTube earnings. If you don't know, a lot of you guys who do YouTube may have to do that. I do pay a little bit more for that. But it's not a big deal. I mean, me personally, we're not making enough on YouTube to even worry about, but if we were making $10,000 or $15,000, it would be different, but we're not. So anyway, I hope this video helps you guys. I hope you have a great day. It's cold, getting ready to snow here. It's kind of spitting snow, and not much going on. I know next month things are going to ramp up because we're going to get ready for the season, and Dalen and Steve are going to be on some videos. We're going to be out doing some stuff, getting the mowers ready. I got to change the hydro fluids on mine and Dalen's, and probably doing some work on Steve's mowers. So guys, have a great day. I hope this helps you, and remember, taxes do not have to drive you crazy. They really don't. But as always, Dr. Real was in the house. Keep it real, guys. Have a blessed day. God loves you. We love you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.